I tried fine art photography without fancy gear or a studio, just at home. Come join me to see how that panned out. For week 24 and 25, the 52 frames themes were daily ritual and fluid. But instead of just documenting my coffee and a fluid kitchen ingredient, I got a little ambitious. I wanted to turn them into fine art. And this is definitely not fine art. These are just my visual thinking put on paper, or in this case, iPad, and a reminder why I photograph instead of draw. For week 24, the theme was daily ritual. And I mean, what's more ritual than a coffee? I knew coffee would be a popular subject this week, so I was adamant to give it a unique look. I relied on natural light, and getting it right came down to timing. So between 3 and 4 p.m, the sun would hit perfectly to stretch the shadows just the right amount. I wanted the handle of the cup to form a half heart, a quiet nod to my love for coffee. But I couldn't get the balance quite right. The composition felt a bit off. So I decided to keep things simple. And maybe I'm over-explaining here, but I liked the way the black and white spaces felt like night turning to day or asleep to awake. I have to admit, I did edit quite a bit more than I usually do, but that was mostly to lean into that high contrast fine art feel. For those of you who caught my Instagram story with the whisk on the desk, well, this is why. I wanted to use chocolate for my fluid photo. You know, something glossy, elegant and dramatic. But after brainstorming the idea with my AI friend, ChatGPT, and I hate to admit this, but he's actually a very good creative assistant. He pointed out that chocolate wouldn't stay fluid for very long and suggested yogurt with a bit of cream instead to keep the shine. I wish I could blame ChatGPT for the mess I was about to make, but no, that was all me. Despite my kick-ass stand, a glass filled with rice, thank you very much, my slightly over-diluted mixture and my very optimistic piping approach didn't exactly pan out. What started as fine art quickly turned into, fine, it's a mess. I eventually realized I was overthinking, and all I needed was a simple dip. And this is what I ended up with. I don't hate it. I worked way too hard to hate it, but I'm sure not in love with it either. The top is just too messy, and no matter how much I turned the whisk, symmetry was just not in the cards for this photo. Honestly, the final shape kind of reminds me of dreadlocks, but I'd love to know, what do you see? Another 2 challenges where 52 frames pushed me to try something I probably wouldn't have on my own. And now I'd love to nudge you to try something similar. That's 2 more photos in the bank for me. Thank you for watching as always. But wait, before you go, Next, I found an excuse to buy myself some flowers and photograph the same subject in totally different styles. For the challenges, frame in a frame and in style of.